Hello and welcome to the Irish Outreach Update for February 2018. Coming up we have an important message from our director Stephen Aherne, an interview with Legion SD Rugby player Tadgh Leader, an update on the Miss Colleen pageant, information on the annual Celtic Mass, an update on St.Particks Day parade, and your chance to enter the Aer Lingus flights competition. Hello. So we have some big news here at the Irish Outreach Centre. We are undergoing a name change just in time for St. Patrick's Day. I'm here with Stephen Aherne, our director, and he's going to explain a little bit about it.
Thanks, Lydia. Yeah, so our board recently approved a name change to the Irish Outreach Centre. We were previously Irish Outreach San Diego, of course. And obviously it's a subtle name change, but it's part of a broader strategy to increase our network throughout the Southern California region, basically to allow us to more effectively serve our clients from outside just San Diego County. We get a number of clients, particularly from Orange County and Los Angeles, who get in touch for advice. And in many cases that we're able to serve them very effectively, but the bigger our network, the more we're able to serve people. So that's something we're working on. We are the only Southern California member of the Coalition of Irish Immigration Centres. So we do take clients from throughout the region, and like I said, we'll be working hard to build that network up this year and in the years ahead.
Fantastic. And how can people from around the region get involved, or how does it work?
Absolutely, yeah. So there's different ways. They can go on our website. That's www.irishoutreachcentre.org. There's a tab there where they can sign up to volunteer. Now that could be volunteering for events, so it could also be people that are able to offer opportunities to new arrivals, people that are able to help in crisis situations involving Irish citizens. There's a whole range of ways that our community members help and are already helping. So they can go on the website. If they simply want to know about events, they can go to the website again and sign up for our mailing list. We've done a number of events in LA in the past. We've had a couple of great nights at the LA Galaxy, Irish nights with Robbie Keane. We did a great night with Jason Quigley for the boxing last year, and we were a community partner for Ireland Week up in LA. So we'll be looking to really increase our footprint in Orange County and LA particularly, and and you'll certainly see more community events in the future, and really looking forward to bringing Irish people together, and
Cool, perfect. So thank you very much for taking your time to explain to our lovely followers, and keep up to date on our website.
Thanks, Lydia.
So I'm here today with Tadgh Leader. Very welcome, Tadgh, to the Irish Outreach. So Tadgh is here to talk to us about Major League Rugby. So there's a new team in San Diego. And so how long have you been in San Diego, and what's involved so far?
I've been here, it's just 6 weeks now. Just training every day. We train, it's full time, so we train every day, and just northern San Diego. So far it's been really enjoyable. As you can imagine, we don't start playing for another few weeks, so it's just been a lot of fitness and all that kind of gym work. So it's been pretty tough, but hopefully it'll pay dividends once we start in a few weeks.
Very good. And what kind of people, what's your team made up of? Like, is it all international, or is it some American people? Or
so the every team in the league, all 7, you can only have, say, 5 international players, just so the whole kind of emphasis in the league is to develop American players, American rugby, and hopefully then more American people get behind it. So we can only have 5 foreigners, and so it's quite pretty competitive for the 5 guys trying to get in there. So I was quite fortunate to be one of the 5. But yeah, the majority of the squad is made up of domestic-based players.
That's cool. So, and what did you have kind of a background in rugby, or what was your? Yeah.
I grew up in Galway City, so I played rugby since the age of 5 years old. With a club called Galwegians. So myself and my brothers just played there. My dad was a club president there, so rugby was always part of our kind of upbringing, alongside Gaelic football and hurling. They were actually my favourite sports until the age 15, 16, but rugby, I don't know, just kind of took over at that point. But so rugby's been kind of in my blood since day one.
Very good. And what's involved so far with kind of the Legion SD? Like what kind of things are you doing, or what games are coming up?
I guess there's like kind of on the field, off the field stuff. Off the field stuff, I guess, like this, just trying to create awareness and just kind of get our name out in the public domain. So there's a lot of people who have interest and appetite for rugby, but if they don't know we exist, it's no good. So just trying to create awareness. That's kind of off the field stuff. Then on the field, as I mentioned, just pre-season training, just trying to get fit and get our bodies ready for the league. Players here typically are much bigger than back home. Just the athletes in America are much bigger, so you got to make sure you're in decent shape to a lot of islanders and big fellas that you don't want to get hit by. So just trying to get fit and ready for that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And where can people kind of follow you, or are you going to be on TV, or what's the best way?
Yeah, so the league just secured a nationwide contract with CBS Sports, so that was a pretty major thing to get. So every weekend once the league starts, one game will be aired live in CBS, and then for us here in San Diego, we're playing at USD in Torero Stadium, I believe it's pronounced. So all of our games will also be aired live on Cox TV in the local area. So if you want to watch, it will be hopefully pretty easy to find.
Very good. And we'll put some of the links in the bio as well for people to follow them properly. And so what's kind of been the best part of being in San Diego? What's the biggest difference to, say, rugby in Ireland, or is there? Yeah,
there's a lot of differences from playing in Ireland here. One of the biggest things that I've noticed is just there's a massive amount of like kind of appetite and enthusiasm for rugby. Everyone, I've coached kids here a few times, and there's been 50, 60 kids at practice, which I think is pretty unheard of in most areas of the country. So we're fortunate to be in a place that rugby actually has a decent following, and the most important thing is the youth. It's all well and good having your whatever top tier, but you need to have the kind of all those stages building up to that. So there's a huge appetite, and enthusiasm for it. And everyone just wants to know more about it, even those that aren't too educated or understand what exactly rugby is. When they see us whatever wearing our stuff and around the place, they just ask a lot of questions and just want to know more. So that's been pretty cool. I've never had to explain what rugby is many times to people, but I won't get sick of it. What's
kind of the main kind of question you get, or is there any kind of funny remarks you get about rugby?
Yeah, there's other, say, from people maybe, 30 or older, they always talk about how in college they remember rugby as being this crazy sport, and these guys used to always party all the time. Like, we get that a lot, which I think is changing a little bit as people get more serious. And then also obviously the football with pads, a lot of people just see it as literally that.
It's very physical.
Yeah. So they always think you guys are crazy playing football with pads. So yeah, they're the kind of main two things that people. But it's always really positive. No one ever has a negative thing to say. So, and people always seem really interested, and it looks pretty amazing sport. I want to know more. So hopefully this being on TV and being played at a professional level will hopefully kind of all those people that have a passing interest will hopefully get more engaged with the whole thing.
So what is the first date that people can go out and show their support for your team?
So our first pre-season game is on April the 7th against Houston, who have actually quite a few Irish people involved in their team. So that game's free as well, so I think it's be a perfect opportunity to get out and kind of see what the team's all about and experience what hopefully should be a decent atmosphere. The stadium's only like 6,000, so we're hoping that we'll be pretty close to capacity every game. So that's our first friendly game, which is free, and then the competitive Major League Rugby season kicks off April 28th. So I mean, we'd really appreciate it if like the Irish community and people around could come and support us, especially on the 7th when the game's free. And I'm sure you'd enjoy it. And personally, I'd love to to shake people's hands and meet them and just kind of introduce myself, because the Irish community here is a massive. So I think it's quite important that people kind of stick together as such.
Yeah, exactly. So if you do happen to go along to any of the games, be sure to introduce yourself to Tadgh. And we're looking forward to hearing more great things about Tadgh's career in the future, and hopefully we'll be able to stay up to date with everything that's going on with his life and bring you some more updates. So thank you very much for coming in today.
Thanks,
It's a pleasure having you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I enjoyed it.
The Miss Colleen pageant took place on Saturday, February 24th at the Conakry Resort. The Miss Colleen pageant consisted of 5 outstanding contestants, all of who would have made a great Miss Colleen. Susanna Wiggins was the selected winner, and her court will be in the St. Patrick's Day Parade on March 17th. Furthermore, Susanna will go on to represent San Diego in the annual Maiden of the Mourns pageant in Ireland in August. The participants represent nations from all over the world, ranging from the United States to Russia, Australia and Spain. We wish her the very best of luck. St. Gregory the Great's Knights of Columbus, in conjunction with the Irish Outreach San Diego community, are hosting a diocesan Celtic Mass and dinner on March 10th, 2018. The Celtic Mass begins at 5 p.m, presided by the Bishop of San Diego, Reverend Robert McElroy, and Irish Outreach Chaplain Father Nick Clavin. The celebration will be an Irish evening featuring Irish dancers, Irish music, and an authentic Irish dinner, including corned beef, soda bread, and much more. The Director of Irish Outreach, Stephen Aherne, invites the Irish community from the diocese to come and celebrate. The Mass is a free event, and the after party is a ticketed event. See the bio for ticket information. The Irish Congress of Southern California is proud to announce that the 38th annual San Diego St. Patrick's Day Parade and Irish Festival in Balboa Park will be held on Saturday, March 17th, 2018 at 10:30 a.m. Over 20,000 marchers and spectators will gather to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. The parade travels up 5th Avenue from Laurel Street to Upas Street, then turns down 6th Avenue back to Laurel Street. There are over 120 parade entries participating in the parade, including bagpipers and high school marching bands, police and fire department units, floats, dance troupes, marching and equestrian units, clowns, dignitaries and honorees, antique cars and more. To briefly escape winter weather, 30 to 40 members of the Philadelphia Police and Fire Pipes and Drums Corps are flying in to perform in the San Diego Parade and Festival. If you have volunteered with the Irish Outreach in the past, or you want to get involved in the future, please email us, as we have lots of volunteer opportunities to fill on the day. See the link in the bio for details. Every year, Irish Outreach and the Irish Congress of Southern California give you the chance to enter a draw to win one of 2 sets of flights to Ireland. This year is no different, so here are the important details. Tickets are now available at the Irish Outreach Centre for walk-ins or over the phone on 619-291-1630. We will also be selling tickets on St. Patrick's Day at our stand in Balboa Park. Tickets are $10 each, or 3 for $20. The winners will be drawn on stage at 5 p.m. on March 17th. Winners do not need to be present on the day. We would like to take this opportunity to wish the very best of luck to the talented people representing Ireland at the Oscars this Sunday, March 4th. And the nominees are Daniel Day-Lewis, lead actor in Phantom Thread; Saoirse Ronan, lead actress in Lady Bird; Martin McDonagh for Best Picture, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri; Cartoon Saloon for Best Animated Feature, The Breadwinner; and Consolata Boyle for Costume Design, Victoria and Abdul. Well done on all of your achievements. We are very proud of your talents and representation of Ireland on the world stage. This brings the Irish Outreach Centre update for February 2018 to an end. Thank you for tuning in and have a great March.